What is up, guys? You're listening to the MFCEO Project. I'm Andy. I'm your host, and I am the motherfucking CEO. Guys, today is Friday Fire, okay? And I'm going to hit you with something that is really, really, really important. Not only is it going to get you fired up, because let's face it, I get you fucking fired up better than anybody, but it's going to be very practical to your success, all right? But first, I want to talk to you about some really exciting shit that we have going on with the whole Andy Frisella MFCEO brand. I know you guys that follow me on the internet have seen that we've been getting some big recognition. I just spoke at 10X Con with Grant Cardone, Damon John, Brad Lee, a ton of other awesome entrepreneurs. I've been featured in Forbes twice in the last 30 days. Inc., Entrepreneur, a lot of different stuff has been happening, and we've been getting some really awesome recognition. And I want to say thank you to you guys, because the reason I'm getting that recognition is because you guys are doing what we talk about all the time, which is you're finding value in the information that I'm offering, and you're going out and telling your friends. And guys, that is the biggest, most appreciated thing that you could ever do for me, and I can't explain to you how important it is. So I just want to say thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for doing that, because we're getting some real recognition. You know, in the day and age of the internet entrepreneur, where everybody's talking about passive income and everybody's talking about how you can get rich quick and this and that and all this shit, there's only a few of us that are telling people the real story. There's only a few of us that are teaching the real principles of success. There's only a few of us that have actually went out and built real companies, okay? And guys, those are the people you want to follow, okay? Though I've mentioned their names plenty of times, but I can count them on one fucking hand, all right? There's a lot of bullshitters out there, and there's not a lot of real dudes. And I just want to give you like a fist bump for following people who are going to tell you that it's going to be fucking hard. But in light of that, you listen to this because you understand that you're going to have to put in the work, which says something about your character. All right. Us here that listen to this podcast are part of this group or part of this fucking family. We understand that you have to work your fucking ass off. Okay. And then on top of that, we're going to put in practical action plans and mindset and how to think right. And together we can move forward with that. But just having the understanding that you have to fucking work puts you guys so far ahead of the game. It's not even funny. All right. So thank you guys so much for supporting that. You know, it would be a lot easier to go out and build a podcast based around, you know, get rich in fucking 8 months. And here's my fucking plan how to do it. You know, people resonate towards that because it's fucking easy, but you guys understand that it's not the truth. And I just want to, you know, commend you guys for saying, all right, look, I'm willing to fucking work, but what else do I need to do? And that's what this is about. Okay. Because of all of this that we have going on, I've started to realize that, you know, I haven't been doing part of what I could be doing as good as I could be doing it. And what that is interacting with you guys. That's answering your actual questions. Not just about like, you know, mindset stuff, but practical questions. How do I do this in my business? How do I do that in my business? How do I create this, or how do I do this? Real, you know, actual entrepreneur type questions. And a lot of those do venture into the mindset of success. And I have no problem answering those, but I want to really focus in on the practical aspects of how to make you guys some more fucking money, because that's what you're after, right? Let's face it. A lot of people don't like to say that. They don't, you know, I want to make an impact, blah, blah, blah. You want to make more fucking money. All right. And that's what we're doing here. And you make more money by making an impact, and that's all great. But don't ever be ashamed to say you want to make some fucking money, because there's nothing wrong with it. All right. So to help you guys do that, we actually are going to launch a new segment of the brand. Okay. Right now we have the MFCEO Project. We do a practical podcast, long form version, you know, usually about an hour to an hour and a half long on Tuesdays. On Thursday or Friday, we either do Thursday Thunder or Friday Fire, which is usually a motivation podcast. And we're going to start doing something else on top of that. We're going to start on my YouTube channel, which is Andy Frisella. Okay, you go to YouTube, follow Andy Frisella on YouTube. We're going to start a show called The Frisella Factor. All right, and what the Frisella Factor is going to be is it's going to be a 10-minute, 12-minute, 8-minute show of me answering your questions. So your actual questions that you email in and ask us at the email address questions@themfceo.com. Okay, so the email address is questions, plural, at themfceo.com. If you email your question in and we use you on the show, we'll shout out your social media on the show, and we'll answer your question. And that's something I want to get into, and I don't want to muddy up the podcast with a bunch of Q&A, and I will answer them sometimes on the podcast, but this show, Frisella Factor, is going to be my take on all of your questions. So if you have a question that you want me to answer that is directly towards something that you're needing, email it in to questions@themfceo.com, and we will get it on the show. And if we get on the show, we'll shout you out, we'll shout your social out, and we'll get you some recognition and also answer your questions. So that's something that we're going to start here, not next week, but the week after. So make sure you go to YouTube, subscribe to Andy Frisella on YouTube, and we're going to start hitting that real hard. All right, guys. Now, I want to tell you a little story and get into the meat and potatoes of what we're going to talk about today. I have been getting my email box just bombarded with this company who is a financial funding company. They you can go to them for a business loan, this, that, blah, blah, blah. And dude, I've been getting literally 10 emails a day, and for the last 2 months. And it's the same company. And it's addressed from the CEO. It's clearly an automated email. And I go in and I unsubscribe. And every time I unsubscribe, it says, your email has been adjusted. It doesn't say you've been unsubscribed. But I'm hitting unsubscribe and it doesn't unsubscribe. And so it's clearly not unsubscribing me. I'm continuing to get email after email after email from the same company. So today, I finally got fucking pissed because I'm getting really fucking annoyed with 3 emails a day about giving me how they're going to fund my business and make me fucking rich. Okay? Do your fucking homework. I already have a fucking business and I'm already making a lot of money. I don't need your fucking money, number one. Number two, why the fuck are you hitting me 3 times a fucking day? And this is what I want to talk to you guys about. I wrote the lady an email, which I don't even know if she'll get, but they ask you to respond in the body. So I responded very directly, as you can imagine, to these people about how fucking lazy they are to use this kind of service. They're out fishing for leads and they're using some bullshit automated email service to fucking fish for leads. And I guarantee you, they're probably getting a fucking 0.0000001% of actual conversion, but they think that's good. When in reality, what they should be doing, and I decided to teach this lady some shit, is what they should be doing is actually writing personal fucking emails, researching the person they're emailing, finding a little bit about them, and going after them in a very personal, genuine way. But no, they cut fucking corners. They piss people off. They overwhelm them with bullshit. And then they wonder why, they're having to do this kind of thing to get leads. Well, I'm going to tell you, if you didn't do it that way and you actually went about it by doing it the way that would be inefficient, which is actually having people research and actually having people find out about a company and actually having people go out and learn about the prospects that you're trying to talk to and reach out in a personal way, you know what? You wouldn't have to fucking send out email phishing fucking campaigns because you would have so much fucking word of mouth because you're doing something different. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. Quit cutting corners. All of you motherfuckers out there know what I'm talking about. You all want to do something the easier, the better, the faster, the more efficient way, when in reality, people are so immune to this shit that they ignore it. So do you want to stand out? Do you want to get somebody's attention? Do you want somebody to buy your product or service or you? You have to go about it inefficiently, which means you have to bring it back to the old school. You have to take it back to reaching out, shaking a hand, going to see somebody, doing the inefficient shit. Now, we live in an age where technology is incredible. We live in an age where we connect in every possible way 24 hours a day. Text, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, fucking this podcast. We're in connection with people 24 hours a day. And in the history of the world, that has never been the case before. All right? So when this technology first came about, you had companies that used these fucking automated emails and all this shit that was like, they bought a list and they emailed it out, and then they tried to fish for leads. And you know what? It fucking worked when technology was new. That was like 1999, 2000, 2001. We're in 2017, motherfuckers. We have an issue where we are inundated and bombarded with this automated bullshit so much that if you just go back to being fucking a regular dude, if you go back to doing shit the old way, picking up the phone, making a fucking phone call, writing a handwritten letter, sending some sort of fucking package, going to see somebody in person. I mean, dude, there's just so many fucking ways to do this. Even if you wrote an actual personal email, instead of it being something that looks like personal, but at the bottom it says you can unsubscribe. Well, clearly that's not a fucking personal email. You're not fooling anybody. Who the fuck are you trying to fool? We're used to this shit. Even my 72-year-old dad understands that what a fucking spam email is and what you're trying to do when you send an email like that. So guys, if you have a business, if you want people to take note, and this goes for service too, quit sending people these bullshit fucking pre-printed thank you cards. Quit, sending them a thank you email. How about you send somebody, or you personally go to their fucking house and shake their fucking hand and say thank you? You guys are missing out on a gigantic opportunity to stand out by trying to cut corners on every single thing that you do. I hope you're listening, and I hope you're understanding, and I hope you're absorbing this, because going the extra mile for people in a way that is personal and not automated and not manufactured and not part of a quote unquote system is the best way to get people to tell fucking stories about you. It's the best way to get people to connect with you. It's the best way to get people to love you, your product, or your company. But you guys don't do it because you're in a fucking hurry. You're in a hurry because you see these motherfuckers online selling their programs and say, get rich in 12 months. Nobody gets rich in 12 months. That's a lie. It's bullshit. So do it the easy way and be fucking broke, or do it the fucking right way and build a company over the course of the next 5, 6, 7 years to where you have a fucking database of legitimate, awesome, loyal, passionate people that love you and your brand. Because there's nothing more powerful than that. But you guys aren't putting in the fucking groundwork to plant those seeds, fertilize those seeds, fucking water those seeds, and let them sprout. It takes time. It takes effort. It takes actual personal interaction. And you guys trying to cut corners and do all this fucking bullshit that was done 15 years ago. 15 years ago, that shit was done. You guys are going to fucking lose. We're in a revolution right now. We're in a revolution of going back to the way our parents did business. Going back to the way our grandparents did business. Replicate that shit. And you're not going to have to fucking worry about sending out 5,000 fucking emails to get one customer. Because you'll have 100 people, 200 people, 300 people out there referring customers to you. Quit cutting corners. Do the fucking work.